Rated swimsuit issue continues.
It's 3 days before her trip to Chile, and senior associate editor MJ Day is in the midst of packing.
4, 8, 5, 8, 6.
Bikinis may be small in size, but in a closet full of nearly 25,000 suits, choosing which ones to take, pairing them with the right accessories.
Yeah, $6.96 is gonna go in here. Some sort of order.
Stuffing it all into bags, not to mention zipping them, is a two-person job and takes stamina.
It's a record. Oh, another one.
Now she's got to get the bags the 6,100 miles from New York to the Atacama Desert.
We go to check in, and I'm usually greeted by the ticket attendant with like wide eyes and a look of like, are you kidding? And they usually ask me if I'm moving to the place.
Nearly 24 hours later, the crew and the bags arrive safely. But though these 730 suits and hundreds of pieces of jewelry made it to the location, there is no guarantee they'll grace the pages of the issue.
So how many pieces of jewelry do we bring just for today here?
Oh, just for today? I didn't really count, but I would say probably like 250.
And you're going to make the decision?
On the fly.
On the fly.
But for the designers, not making the magazine means missing out on the more than 22 million female readers who use the issue as a shopping guide, and have since day one, when then-editor Julie Campbell not only gave the fans the name of the designer, but also told them where to buy what they admired.
Well, I learned that from Glamour magazine, I must say, because it was a where to buy, and I felt it wasn't serving our audience if they didn't know where to buy a suit. And I felt this helped the industry to grow.
That track record is what still inspires designers worldwide to send in their wares to Sports Illustrated. They are not paid for their work. Instead, it's all about getting their name on the page. Because according to swimsuit designer Lisa Curran, that's a credit money can't buy.
We're making up suits specifically for the issue that are not on in my collection.
Is it very small in terms of what the cost is because you're only making a couple pieces?
No, it's expensive because you're buying sample yardage. It's more expensive than production yardage. It's not cheap, but it's Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues, so of course if I had to probably pay for an ad in there, it would be much more expensive, so it's worth it.
Curran, a former fashion buyer, launched her line in 1997 after she had trouble finding a bikini for her honeymoon. The next year, the still unknown set her sights on Sports Illustrated.
And as a swimwear designer, you want to get in that issue.
It's validation. Yeah,
I mean, it's like okay, you're in there, you made it. So I was sort of determined to get in there right away, so I called up one day and said, can I come and show you my bikinis?
It started off with a phone call from a very eager designer, new on the scene. I want to show you my suits. I have to show you my suits.
Before you say what's going on here.
She's disrobing and trying on swimsuits for me.
In your office?
Yeah, in my office.
She probably thought I was a little kooky or something, but they gave me a shot. So I got lucky. That February we got a suit in.
Well, what was your reaction in February of 1999?
I was just in shock. You know, here I am, I just started a business, and less than a year later, I'm in Sports Illustrated. One of my bikinis are in the magazine. If you're, lean and fuller, it will work perfectly.
Okay.
With suits priced under $200, Curran's sales soared from $150,000 pre-Sports Illustrated to nearly $5 million today. And she still makes suits for SI. This year, a dozen of her creations made the trek to India, while others traveled to Chile.
Watch your shoulder, hon. Just a bit. Yes, like that.
While bikinis seem like a no-brainer for a swimsuit issue, other strings are also garnering great attention. Silk-wrapped bracelets called body beads by Margaret Maggard.
As my husband said, there's jewelry in Sports Illustrated swimsuit. These pieces, what I think the reason why they do well is because you can wear it when you're 55 years old and you don't have to get into a bikini. You may not look like one of these girls in the magazine, but you can have a little piece of that.
A yoga instructor, Maggard was crafting jewelry for friends in the basement of her Milwaukee home. When she started to look towards selling outside her circle, she ran across the 2006 swimsuit issue, and it proved inspirational.
And I thought, I want to be with those guys.
As a little manufacturer, do you think that would help you or hurt you going in?
I thought it would hurt me. I thought they want the big names. They want but I thought, it's so perfect.
So Maggard made 12 bracelets and sent them to MJ Day. The simple styling was a hit.
It's just something that really grabbed our attention and worked really well with where we are now with how we style. Like what the girls would be wearing if they were to just throw on their own jewelry.
So you had no idea that they were even shooting with it?
No.
Months after sending her designs, Maggard got the call. Her body beads made the 2007 issue.
And I sat there in Borders looking through it, and I said, that's my jewelry, that's my jewelry.
Laughing or crying?
I wasn't crying. I was kind of stunned. My older son was in 7th grade at the time. He went to school and he told all his friends, my mom's in Sports Illustrated Swimsuit. And they said, no, your mom's old.
Maggard has been soaring ever since. Her designs have been inside the issue for 3 consecutive years and hit the cover in 2009.
What's the typical increase in business after the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit issue comes out?
Just recently I did numbers, and we see 66% increase in sales. And it continues on fairly steadily for the life of the issue and then beyond.
Swimsuit designer Lisa Curran's advice to Maggard: never stop sending to SI.
I've been in business 11 years, and I didn't get in 1 year. And I remember people coming up to me saying, are you still in business? And the only reason we didn't get in is I think we were actually so busy growing our business that we didn't send enough suits in.
So you'll never make that mistake again?
Oh, no, never again, never again.
When we return.